Back here, hope you are doing well. Hope none of these ducks or geese or whatever they are fly into the car, but hey, gotta live dangerously. My ex is a narcissist. So, I work with many singles, divorcees, and people who are separated or have come out of a broken engagement, or they had a serious relationship with someone. And something that I've been hearing quite often from both men and women is when they talk about their ex, they say, my ex was or is a narcissist. So whenever someone uses a word, often, I like to actually look into what the word means and see what it means to them. And I'll tell you why, and how understanding how words that we use in our daily existence to describe people and situations and ourselves, how it affects us getting into a healthy relationship and maintaining a healthy relationship. So when we look into the word narcissism, it typically means, and you can Google this, the symptoms that you see, like for a narcissistic personality from the Mayo Clinic disorder, they'll say excessively caring only about themselves at the expense of others, talking about themselves at the expense of others, the feelings of others. Usually they have some type of shame, that they're an insecurity where things need to be perfect, otherwise they go crazy, so on and so forth. But I think what winds up happening in society in general is that when a term becomes nomenclature, meaning like when a term becomes accepted by society, what we wind up doing is actually using it quite often when we may not necessarily mean what it says. So like, for example, oh my gosh, I'm feeling so depressed today. Now, if you would say this to someone who is clinically depressed, where they're lacking sleep, they've lost their appetite, and they might be suicidal, they might take that form of you saying that you're clinically depressed, and they might take that as being offensive to them, because it doesn't really represent the true meaning of what depression is. Now, it's just become nomenclature. It's just become part of the vocabulary of people, but when you use words like that, they have deeper meaning. Another example that I was just creating a training for my clients. You talk about when I was a guidance counselor, one parent called me up and said, my kid's being terrorized. And I was like, what does that mean? Well, she's like, he's being terrorized by this girl. I said, well, is the girl ripping out his fingernails? She's like, are you crazy? I'm like, is she, waterboarding him? I'm like, are you crazy? And she's like, no, I just know that he's being made fun of in class by this girl. So I said, well, that's not terror, that's annoying and upsetting, but it's not terror, because it was right after 9/11 actually. And so when you use words like terror and you use words like depressed, or we need to understand that these have deeper meanings. So I am positive that when someone describes their ex as being a narcissist, what they're saying is that if the person was diagnosed with a narcissistic disorder, then okay, that's one thing. But if the person was just how do I say this? acting in a way where they really did not care about your feelings and only cared about them, then they might have been doing just that, which is being a jerk or being not nice. And it's important to remove these labels from the way that you describe bad situations that happen to you, because it may prevent you from getting into a new and healthy relationship, right? So let's say you walk around and you say, my ex was a narcissist, my ex was a narcissist. And I want to be very clear. If your ex was emotionally abusive to you, or if your ex was physically abusive to you, I get it that it's extremely horrible. And I'm not trying to diminish that pain whatsoever. There's no question that it's horrific, and we do not want that to continue. I'm just talking about terminology and how sometimes hanging on to terminology can prevent you from getting what you want. Okay? I just want to be clear. So if you go ahead and you walk around describing your ex as a narcissist to others, what it's saying is a few things to people. Number one, that you have anger towards your ex. Again, extremely normal, but it's something that you haven't really let go of. Again, extremely normal to not be able to let go of it. I get it. But there's still a part of you that has classified this person as being this, and this is how you judged him or her, and that is the reason why you are no longer with them. Now, what does that say about you if you describe your ex as a narcissist? So, who are people who are normally attracted to narcissists? People who not like being controlled, but people who may be attracted to abusive personality. People who may be have poor self-confidence and low self-esteem, and are or have a good sense of self-esteem but didn't really see these aspects of the person's personality until later in the relationship. Either way, it's kind of painting you as someone who is angry towards the ex, again, normal, and also is someone that either had a difficult time judging that person prior to getting into the relationship, as that this is something that I can't be with, or this is something that I was attracted to and I'm no longer attracted to it. Now, what's sexier than not even bringing that up, that the ex was a narcissist? Because that truly means that whoever you're going to be attracted to or with, you're not even thinking about that, and you yourself have changed evolutionary within yourself to go out with other people and almost release and die to the past of how you view that person. So I wanted to put this short video together for you to really understand that the words that you use about others, and again, I will say this again because I do not in any way want someone to watch this video and then say, but you don't understand, dude. I was married, or I was in a relationship with a narcissistic personality disordered individual, and it was hell. I get it. I believe me. Believe me, I get it. So I'm not in any way trying to diminish that. I'm just trying to help you see that if you want to get into something healthy, and you want to be in something healthy, and maintain something healthy, it's important to see that the words that you use to describe others say a lot about how you view yourself and what it is that you have been hanging on to in life. Also, as I'm talking, it's coming to me, if you are quick, or that's how you describe this other person, your ex, as being a narcissist, the likelihood is that the person that you're dating or you're in a relationship with, you will judge and quickly then say they're either good or they're either bad. And that person that you're with might feel judged by you. Oh, well, I don't know why he's saying that he was with someone who was a narcissist, because I sometimes think about myself at the exclusion of others. Does that mean I'm a narcissist? Does that mean that he's not going to like me? Or she keeps telling me that the ex was a narcissist and a lunatic and a boom, 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 and all the things. A narcissist. Well, I'm concerned that when I didn't do this, that she's going to think that about me. So there's a lot of the judgment that goes in. And then that's the dating situation of getting into something. And then when you're in the relationship, since you have the box in your brain that says, my ex was a narcissist, they are this, what you might wind up doing is you might actually wind up looking for any signs in this current relationship, even though this is a different human being and you're coming to it fresh, but since your radar is so, don't be with narcissists, don't be with narcissists, don't be with narcissists, don't be with narcissists, subconsciously, number one, you actually might wind up with one, or if you don't, you might be looking out for that with magnifying glasses on things that may or may not be a narcissistic trait in that other person. So I just wanted to share that with you, and I hope that it helps you get into and maintain a healthy relationship